Good evening, everybody. I hope you are all well. I know we are just streaming, so it will take a little while for yourselves to come on. But when you do pop on, please drop your hellos to let me know you're here. Let me get a chance to say hello and just check in with you before we have our evening of mediumship. So I am Claire, otherwise known as Heavenly Sprinkles, and I will never ever get tired of saying it. I am your medium this evening. I don't know why that makes me chuckle. It just really does make me smile. So I think it's just one of the nicest things to say. But I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a nice weekend. I was saying to Richard, I've had a bit of a bump. I've come back to reality. I did a weekend in Glastonbury. And for me, Wiltshire and Somerset, obviously Glastonbury's in Somerset, but Somerset and Wiltshire, there is something there. I know I have been there in a previous life, but that's another story. Even my kids, my girls that came with me, even absolutely love the area as well. So we must have a connection along the way. So yes, I did come back with a bit of a bump, but what is so nice is I've got you guys and girls and chaps and chapesses and such like to have a chat to today. So if you are watching on Facebook and it goes wibbly wobbly, as I say, you can watch SPTV on YouTube, and likewise YouTube, if YouTube goes wibbly wobbly, we are also broadcasting on Facebook. I shall do some further introductions of myself and how the evening goes, but let's first of all do some hellos. Let's see who's in the spiritual SPTV house, as they say. Hello, Lucinda, who's watching me or watching us, Richard and I, shall I say, on YouTube. I do hope you are well. Hello, Sabira. I hope I said your name right. Apologies. I'm always worrying that I've said your name right. Good evening to you. Hello, Susan on Facebook. It's lovely to see you. Susan Cooper. Hi, Jessica Moody. Lovely to see you. Hope you are well. Hello, Christine. Again, and lovely face to see. I hope you are well, my lovely. Hello, Michael. Blessed from Ireland. Yay. Lovely. I hope you are well. I bet it's more Michael. Yeah, that is my attempt of an Irish accent. I shall not destroy it. Hello, Deborah. Lovely to see you watching on Facebook. Hello, Shelley. Good evening to you. I hope you are well. And hello, Marion. Lovely to see you. Hi, lovely. How are you? Just do a few more hellos. Hello, Nicole. Lovely to see you. I hope you're well. You look stunning in your profile picture. Wow, what a lovely lady. Not that not all of you good looking. Hi, Claire. Lovely to see you as well. So for those I haven't said hello to, a massive shout out and a massive hello to everybody. I hope you are all well. And what I always say is if you recognize a name of somebody, either from my page or you just see these other people watching, viewers that have watched other shows from SPT, reach out and say hello on the chat, because it's lovely to see them links and connections into the spirit world and obviously this earthly life. Talking about making them connections as well, please, if you can like and follow SPTV, it would be absolutely amazing. And if you can share, that does help. It tells Facebook that we are still a relevant page. We are still going. We are still offering messages of love and comfort from the Apple world, from the spirit world. So as I said, I'm Claire, and if you're new to me, please let me know, because I'd like to get to say hello to you as well. I am new. I'm not new. I've really worked out. I've been around for a while now. I am Claire, as I said, and this evening is all about offering messages of love and comfort from your loved ones in the spirit world. It's also about showing you and giving evidence that there really is life after life, and offering that lovely reassurance to know that we're not alone. Now, what you see is what you get with me. I generally am not different if you was to see me face to face, except I'm not dancing or moving around a hell of a lot, and I'm not choosing any curse words. And I do appreciate that your loved ones will use curse words. So what I always say is, if they start using them, I will generally say, I can't use that word. So you guys and girls know that they're using blasphemous words, shall we say. And obviously, I will not be saying that on a platform here. Now, how the show works is I'm going to do a little poem, and there is a little bit of an explanation behind the poems, and then we'll move into our evening of mediumship. When I first started airing, or Richard started airing, airing, my Essex accent's getting terrible now, airing. Thank you, dear. He says broadcasting. Thank you. That makes that sound a lot better than any other word, Richard. Broadcasting. When Richard was broadcasting Heavenly Sprinkles, I come up with the idea of using an address or a poem to help set our evening of mediumship. One reason being is that I can't always reach every single person here. So sometimes the poems can reach you, and it is something for every single viewer to take away. And then generally we have a poem, and there's a little bit of a message that comes in from spirit. But today, it being Armistice Day, it being also Remembrance Service, I wanted to share the poem that I had shared on my own page. And I just wanted to take just a few minutes to just take a quiet time to think about those that have gone to war to support us, to allow us to live our free lives, and those that are continuing to focus and try and resolve conflict and war. And as I said, it is called Poppy, or The Poppy. And I'm sure some of you will know the poem, but it's just a nice one. I am not a badge of honour. I am not a racist smear. I'm not a fashion statement to be worn but once a year. I'm not a glorification of conflict or of war. I am not a paper ornament, a token. I am more. I am a loving memory of a father or a son, a permanent reminder of each and every one. I am paper or an animal, I'm old or shining new. I'm a way to say thank you to every one of you. I'm a simple poppy, a reminder to you all that courage, faith, and honour will stand where heroes fall. And as I said, if you want to go and find it, you can find the poem on my page, Heavenly Sprinkles, but the poem itself is called The Poppy. And for me, this poem reminds us how there are so many people before us who have stood for us, who have stood and fallen before us to allow us to live the lives that we want to allow us to have the freedom of choice, to allow us to have the freedom and space to live that life the way we want. And your loved ones have exactly the same view. They watch over you and they encourage you to live your best life, to not compare yourself to other people. Remember, a lot of social media is just showing you the highlights of a film. They never show you the full details. And your loved ones are coming through this evening along here saying, not only do they know that you remember them and that you do think of them, but likewise, they think of you, they send their love to you, and they give you this help and support you need to achieve your best life. Because that is what it's all about, life, is living our best life, the life that makes you feel good. We don't always have to explain ourselves. Sometimes we just have to be true and honest to ourselves. And those that love us and are around us will continue to support us, whether they're in the earthly world or the spirit world. And like I said, the poem is called The Poppy. But if you want to find it quickly, you're welcome to come over to my page and find it. So we've honoured our loved ones in the spirit world for those who've laid their lives down for us and those that are continuing to battle into it. Let's now make them links and connections from the spirit world so we can pass over their messages to those that are here watching. As I said, please remember to like and share and follow SPTV Share Out so we can reach out other people. And remember, this is 100% free. There is no charge whatsoever. You do not need to give any stars to Spirit, any stars to SPTV. None of the producer, aka Spirit Guide Richard, is not looking for any payment, and none of us mediums do that either. So how I work is I literally just open the floodgates to the spirit world and ask them to come forward. Your loved ones will come through. My guide will direct where I'm going and generally start shouting names at me, and then that's where I go. Please remember, if at any time I'm giving a message and you resonate with it, you are more than welcome to comment to say this makes sense to me, because your loved ones will come through together. They are, at the end of the day, they are energy, and they will collectively come through to make sure that their messages get passed on. So if at any time any of the evidence that's being given resonates with you, remember, not with our heads, but with our heart and our tummies, or that ooh feeling you get, then please take it, because remember, you are commenting and opening up your own heart chakra to your loved ones. I do get names, do get dates, do get months. I'll pass them all over to you, and I will try and work through as many people as possible. Remember, if I don't reach you, it's not because your loved ones don't love you. It's just simply because there's little old me on my own and only so much time available. And on that note, we will now start where we go. Right, okay. Okay, thank you. This is a gentleman that's coming forward. He's talking to me about all right, we're going well, it was highly possible. He's talking to me about being in the Battle of Somme. Okay, he's talking to me about the Battle of Somme, and that his great grandson has been either took in his medals, or sorry, I do look away, by the way, it's just because I'm just trying to focus that energy, took in his medals or done a bit of a presentation regarding his great granddad. So this would be a young lad, is in primary school. It feels more like a young male has done a school presentation, but if I've got the gender wrong, but you can understand taking in great granddad's medals or his ration book or something like that recently for a school presentation. It's like I said, primary school for us, I don't know what that fits in. It's about 8 or 9 years old. That's the roughly age I want to go with. And this would be your granddad or your dad, but your grandson or his great grandson or granddaughter has done a presentation. Like I said, the Battle of Somme is there. There is also the name Scott would be relevant, or even connected to Scott or Scotland. And I also got to give the name John. Right, let me see where else I'm going. And there is the name, okay, Marion Cook suggests I can take this. Right, okay, let me see. August is significant. This would be a birthday, passing, and anniversary. The month of September as well is a significant birthday, passing, and anniversary, and April. So we've got the April, August, and September would be significant months. He's also telling me that the date, the 14th, would be important. So it'd be a birthday, passing, and anniversary in or around the 14th. There is also an importance to a ring. Either somebody's got his ring, or somebody has lost his ring, or his wife's, your mother or grandmother, there's been a ring that was lost, because they're like, don't worry about it. Apparently it had to go where it needs to go. So Marion, I know you said you could take and understand about the Battle of Somme, this being a great grandfather, possibly to you, or a father, but a great grandson, granddaughter doing a presentation. Are you able to take the months and the names? And if anybody else resonates with this, please, you're welcome to pipe up and let me know where I'm going. Let me see what else I've got. Green is really significant as well. Eva, I keep seeing green cups. Green cups, green teapot, green cups. Okay, so green cups and green teapot would be important for this gentleman. So either this would be a family or a memory link, or somebody having green cups or green, either it's memory or somebody else has got green cups and green mugs. You know, like the proper, like, I won't say terracotta, because terracotta is the wrong color. It's just important. Okay, so right. Yes, right, okay, let me see, we're going with Marion. Right, Marion, would you understand the green cups? Either, what do they look? It's really 70s. Grandson, thank you. Really 70s is what I'm seeing. 70s green cup and saucers. But you know, like the mugs that would have like the way that they've been molded, or they've got like a slight ripple. I'm giving you everything I get when it comes to imagery. Not the best I can describe, but I've got like, it's 1970s green mugs and a green teapot. Right, okay, let me see what's going on with Marion. Let me see if I can find any more information. There is also a conversation about somebody wanting to go into the air cadets. So there's a link as well, unless this gentleman was in, my history is not fantastic, but I would also want to recognise the air cadets. Somebody's had a conversations about joining the cadets, whether that's air cadets or army cadets, police cadets. Somebody wants to join the cadets or was in the cadets. He's also making me feel very struggling for me to breathe. So he would have either had breathing problems, or he was a heavy smoker and he had breathing problems. Would that make sense to you, Marion? Let me see where it makes sense to Marion. Richard is typing furiously to pull up the comments. Okie dokie. Oh, brilliant. Yes, my mum always did. Teapot, can remember the colour. Okay, thank you very much, Marion. I just wanted to, it's all them unique things that are going on. Right, okay, Marion, for you, this gentleman is saying everything happens in the right order. And as he says that, he gives me a sense and a feeling that things have been a little bit chaotic, or things how you want things to be placed in order is kind of is not in sync. So it's a bit like you expect to have a list where you can work from 1 to 10, and actually no, you're having to do number 2, then number 5, then number 4, then number 6, then number 9, then number 10. And he's asking you not to get yourself so worked up about not everything being in a chronological order. So this is either the fact that you feel like you're being pulled from pillars to post, or you'd be able to understand that how you want things to progress in life is not following a more succinct order, because it's like I keep seeing how you're having to jump from one thing to another. If this isn't you, this would be you supporting an individual that gets themselves in a pickle, that things are not in the order that they want. And he's like, do you know what? Who's to say that isn't the right order, is what he's just said to me. So it's to give you that reassurance that things may not necessarily be going in the order that you wanted, or going in the direction that you expected or you had anticipated. However, he's like, who's to say that it's the right order in the first place? Who's to say that how things are progressing isn't the natural way it should be progressing, is what he's telling me. So he just is coming in for a reassurance to ask you to look at things from a different perspective. It's like, look at it from a different angle. This doesn't necessarily mean that there's a failure coming through. Okay, thank you very much. He also gives me the name Thomas. Tom, Thompson, Thomas, but he's given me Tom is what he said. So that would be Tom, Thomas or Thompson, he's telling me. Okay. He also tells me June is significant. If it's not a month, it would be a name for you as well, Marion. But he's just asking you to look at things from different perspectives. And it's like, don't get yourself in a pickle. Don't get yourself in a situation where you feel that it has to be this way. Thank you very much. He's turned around and said, it's okay if at times you are a round peg in a square hole. That doesn't mean you're going to be successful. It just needs to find a new direction or a little bit of adjustment. So there is that feeling and sense of sort of things not being right, being frustrated, things are not right and such like. And he's like, don't worry about it. Who's to say that isn't the right way, and things will work out as they're meant to be. Okay. And I've got to give you the name James or Jimmy, but I feel like I'm now starting to move into the next person, because that's my guide starting to shout names at me. So what I'm going to do, Marion, is I'm going to close your connection down and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. Like I said, sometimes the messages aren't directly for us, but it's for us to give that help and support. But to know that you all come from a very strong, very loyal and very, very dependable family. And that he's telling me that family line goes way further back than him. And it's just to have a bit of faith and trust in yourself. And with that, Marion, I'm going to close your connection down. Thank you very much for feeding back, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Okay, right, let's move into my next person. I always feel like a bit of a conveyor belt going on with Spirit. Right, okay. I've got a lady and a gentleman coming through. James is significant. You're very welcome, Marion. James is significant. This lady is holding the hand of the gentleman, but there is an age difference. So this would either be a young male has passed and he's met his... You're not making yourself very known, right? Okay, I'll give it to you. Now, the reason being, I'm just going, because this lady's presenting herself as quite a young lady, as in, so it'd be like a son and a mum. But as she's coming through, it's my granddad's name. Okay, Danielle. As he's come, there is a young man and a woman. The young man, if there is a relationship there, but the woman is older than the male. I can tell that. So this could either be, okay, who are you? Sorry, I'm going to have a conversation with them. Right, okay. This is a son to the lady here or a brother. I know it doesn't help. Who are you? Sorry, I'm going to apologise. I can see them and they're standing there and I'm like, step closer and make myself right. Okay, let me just do 2 seconds. Who are you? Right. Okay, the male is connected. There is the name James is connected. I'm going to connect with the male before I start connecting with the lady. The male is here for a lady that's watching. The lady is watching it feels more like it's his sister. So this is a brother and a mum. Right, we've got there. Okay, then thank you. I had to make the differentiation where this male related to you. Right, so I've got your brother, I've got this brother, and I've got a mum here, which is where we've got the mother-son relationship. So this would be your mum and would be your brother. As I said, the name James has come through. Okay, as the lady is coming through, she tells me that the necklace is significant. You have got her necklace. She's telling me the name Catherine is important. Sorry, I do look away because I can see her standing there, her energy around me. But she's telling me that Catherine or Katie or Kat is important. The name James as well. Okay, your brother would be was a very quiet young male. Apparently you're the louder one. She tells me you take after the female, so the family line is the female line is very loud and strong. He would have been and is a very quiet energy, which is why she's coming in with him. But there is this unity between them. So either you would always joke that he is his mummy's boy, or you've always worried about your brother. Did he meet his mum? Did mum meet her son, your brother, because they're holding hands? Right, let me see if anybody can understand a brother in spirit and your mum in spirit, that they come together. So there will have been the question of whoever passed first, because I haven't got that far yet with them, whoever passed first, was the other one waiting for them? And like I said, we've got the name like Catherine or Kat or Kate. So let me see Rich, is there anybody that's able to take these lovely people? James as well is a significant name. Go on then, Richard. Yeah. 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 He is shorter than her. Right. So Richard's right, okay. Richard's remember what we always say about if things resonate, not with our head down here. Richard, I know, being a producer, he's not going to want to be on broadcasting. But Richard, jump on because poor old Richard's got a cough as well, bless him. I'm like, just type if you need to, Richard. The reason being is I'm struggling with the relationship because all I keep seeing is this short man and this tall woman, and it looks like a mother and son kind of saga, but she's older than he is. But then there is this unity there with the hand and the ring. Now, Richard said that makes sense to Richard. Forgetting the relationship, the description of these two people makes sense. So, Richard, I know you've got a cough and everything, you're not feeling great. So by all means, if you want to type, would you mind if I did a little bit of practicing on what they look like with you, Richard? Right, okay. So those that know me, very rarely do I actually physically see them. It's your loved ones telling me I'm here. But my guides has been working on the seeing side of it. So, right, Richard, as he's coming through, I know it sounds really, really weird, but I've got with this gentleman, he makes me feel like he had thicker hair, or he's what I see is thicker hair here, but thinner on top. I don't want, okay, thank you. That makes sense then, because it's like I don't want to, oh, bless him. He can
Hi,
hear,
everybody.
you can hear his croaky voice.
Do I
Oh,
sound sexy with my voice like this?
oh dear, we
Don't
knew it
answer
was going to
that.
go.
Don't answer
Don't,
that. Carry on. Get on
everybody,
with it. Yeah.
answer it. Just be mean to him. Right, Richard, okay, because it was like I've got a lot more hair around here than I have got on my tops. I either had like a comb or a thinner. This lady, as she comes through, okay, thank you very much.
Oh yeah,
As she,
Catherine was my auntie.
right,
Their daughter, by the way.
ah, right,
Yeah.
okay, so that's where the cat, because it was like Cat
Yeah.
Catherine. She makes, as she's coming to me, she's quite a voluptuous lady, is how she makes me feel. Now, I'm not saying that she's a big lady, but she's she's got a
She
nice
was.
womanly figure, is what she's
That's a
like.
polite way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a nice womanly figure. Like, do you know what I mean? She ticks the boxes. There is a period she's telling me, and I can see how her hair keeps changing from one color to another color. So she either went for a stage of just accepting she went grey, because she keeps changing her hair from being blonde, and then I keep seeing it a darker shade. So there would have been a period of time where she either had a lot of different hair colors or there was a change in color. She keeps going on about bombs as well. Would you understand that one of them worked, not in, either she worked in a bomb factory or where, because I'm being very aware that it's armistice. She keeps talking to me about bombs, unless
That
she,
would make sense.
that would make sense.
It would make sense, yes.
Oh, I'm glad you know what you're talking
Yeah, my
about.
family
Okay.
was all military.
Oh, I didn't know that. I see.
Yeah. I was Air Force.
See, most people will know I generally stay away from the military because there's so much more mediumship in the whole entire wide world. But I think because it is Armistice Day and the Remembrance Service is really important. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got to move to her side as she's coming through. Um, right. She's also, as she's coming in, and I can see her how I keep seeing tweed with them. So either she would have, I know it's a bit traditional, but either she like had a checkered kind of, you know, like them aprons that, you know, like tea ladies
She
wear
always
that.
wore one.
Ah, right, okay, because I can see
Yeah.
it in checkered, but it's like a tea lady type of thing. And you know, when you put
Yeah.
like, they'd have the matching coat as well.
That is
Okay.
correct.
She's also talking to me about, I'm in the house now, and I can see the doors, but you know when you have the doors that, you know, like what the butchers used to have, we used to have the strips and the chains, so you'd either stop animals coming in and out or flies coming out, because there's something, or a fly thing on the back of the wall on a door. So she's just given me that. I don't know where that fits in, Richard. I think it's just
I don't know.
give me. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that one.
Okay.
It felt weird. Right, okay. She tells me that give me some months, darling. She takes me to, before she does, she takes me to her feet. There would be significance with her feet. Either she had
I was
problems with
told
her
that,
feet.
yes.
Okay. Because she's telling me there's something about my feet. There's something,
She had two of them. Yeah.
ha 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 ha. That's a good joke. Quack quack quack. But you made
Here all
yourself
week.
laugh. You made yourself.
I guess I hurt my voice though.
I know.
Carry
Richard, would you understand? She's talking to me and she's showing me shoelaces. Have you needed to change your shoelaces, or whether you've gone to lick and sticks, as they say? Because I keep seeing these brown paint, and you know, like the brown shoes with a small heel, and then it's a tiny laces. So I don't know whether you've got brogues and you've changed over the shoelaces. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
My brown boots, shoelace, which is brown, of course, snapped this morning as I was putting them on to go out. And they've been like, the thread has been going for a while. I've just been too lazy to think, oh, I'll wait, I'll hold back. And today, you know, when you pull up the laces to tighten them,
Yeah.
that's when they're snapped. And
Oh,
so yeah.
Oh, brilliant. She's really good. She's a talker. I'm not saying that your lovely gentleman isn't a talker, because he clearly is a talker. However, what he talks to me about is that he wasn't always good at how do you want to put this? He was good at practical things. So if you needed some help on a practical thing, or maps, so he keeps talking to me about maps, and he was more practical. So although you got an emotional support from him, he would prefer more of a practical type of approach, is what he's talking to me.
So I was told, yeah.
Okay. Whereas with her, she's a little bit more, I think you should do this. Whereas your gentleman would be, have you considered, would this work for you? Where she feels more like, I think you should do this. I think this would work. She's talked to me about that one. Okay. Somebody had an allotment. If it's not them, somebody's had conversations about having an
That's
allotment.
correct. No,
Thank you
my
very
dad had
much.
one.
Because she's talking to me about spring onions. Spring onions, getting onions going in the ground. So there's something about spring onions. Thank you very much.
I wouldn't know about the veg that were there.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Right, Richard, would you understand that you've been seeing, I know, signs? We always talk about signs. And with me, your loved ones give me loads of other signs because not everything has to be birds and robins and feathers.
Oh, yeah, I drove into one this morning. No, not really. I didn't.
I saw a robin in Glastonbury. I saw a robin in Glastonbury. I was going to say Richard's a mass murderer of birds. Would you have you been seeing, or would you understand seeing pennies at the moment? Because all she keeps telling me,
I found a penny a couple of days ago.
Right,
find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you get good luck. And I gave it to a friend of mine who was with me.
That's exactly what she kept going. See a penny, pick it up all day long, you have good luck. So there must be, it was a good deed for you to do, basically. And either you'll have found or will have find soon. And I'm young enough to remember it. You remember when 5p's were the size of shillings? Because I remember shillings just
far too young for that.
You're far too young. Look, I'm an 81 baby and I still remember shillings, and I remember 5p's being big, 5p. So I don't know whether it'll be a case that the next coin that you see will be an older coin or something like that. She's just telling me to see that. I've asked what their message is for you. And this sounds really, really weird. Yours is just keep on going, keep on trucking is what I keep getting, but keep on going. But also, it is very, okay, there's two parts of it. There's the for you, and it sounds really weird, and I hate it when they start doing things for me and when I'm doing online, because it's not about me. It is about you, keep on going, like what you're doing, keep on trucking, keep on going. And everything you do is valid. So there must, either you're feeling, or you don't have to broadcast it, either you felt like, oh, is this the right thing to do, or is this worth it? They're telling me that everything you do is valid. So that's the first bit for you. So I'm not saying that your Richard's about to dump SPTV or anything like that, but it could easily be something home life. Do you know what I mean? But this is the other thing, and this is what I hate when they start bringing in things about me. She's done it on purpose, because she's like, needed to push this type of mediumship. Not great. So, and I feel terrible for saying it, but it's like she keeps telling me, we know this isn't just about our Richard, this is about you, Claire, practicing visuals. And I think it's more because you give me the space and scope to do it. So I want to very quickly acknowledge that, but that is not about me. It is about you. But would you understand that she would be a lady that would push people into doing things, or push people into...
She would encourage people to do things and see it from a different point of view, but encourage them so they would think they've made the right decision.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because that's what it feels like. It feels like I've kind of been cornered into a corner to have a go, but likewise allow you to have
it. Corner you.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Which is why I feel absolutely like really quite anxious saying it, because it isn't about me, but it's a bit like she has cornered me in a corner to do this for me, but in the sense as well for you to have your message to keep on going. And Richard, I don't want to do that anymore now, so can we go back to the norm, please?
Can I just ask you a quick question? Do you understand her?
Yes. Why wouldn't I?
Oh, okay, because she was Scottish.
Yeah,
and when she spoke, even I had trouble to understand her. So I just wondered if
you've got to remember, I'm half Irish, and I had a very strong grandfather, so I know exactly what you mean. I used to go through periods with my granddad where I used to go, yes, granddad, because I couldn't understand it. Whereas she's talking. Yeah, I go, yes, granddad. So I understand she's not got, I mean, I've never really had accents. The only way I get accents is when my accent gets stronger. But I didn't have any problems understanding her, probably because she was feeling sorry for me. But yeah, but bearing in mind, exactly. We will have to be sorry for me. Obviously my dad's Irish, and on half of my side of my family is all Irish anyway. So I spend most of the time going yes and no when I don't understand what they're saying, or they don't understand me. Who's to say they're not saying it from an Essex point of view? Right, anyway, we're going to say thank you very much to
Well, thank you
Richard.
very much, Claire.
Off you go. Off
Bye,
you go.
everybody.
Oh gosh, let's go back to a bit of normality. And that's when spirit goes, no. Right, thank you, Tanya. Right, okay, I want to go to the red, so I need to go into YouTube, is what I've just been told. Right, okay, so right, let's go into the red. Let's go to the red, is what I've just been told. Oh, don't you just love the world of spirit? Right. So, Richard, I'm going to be looking for somebody in YouTube world, please. Nobody's talking in YouTube. Well, that's not very nice. Right, okay. Oh, don't go quiet. Right, okay. I've got this lady coming through. She's making me look at my feet. I've got a lady coming through, and she's talking to me about somebody. She hated her feet. And there's a lovely lady that used to look after her. And you, my lovely lady, whoever's watching, remember YouTube, you've got to talk a little bit, looked after her feet. Now, I know it sounds really, really weird, but she keeps making me feel like red is significant. And I keep seeing like saris as well. So there would be, or red and gold is what she's presenting to me. And she keeps making me look at my feet and swinging my feet as well, as if to say, I need to put my feet in hot water and be pampered a bit, and you would have looked after her. So either she must have complained about having achy feet, or whether you are like a nail technician that does manicures, pedicures. But I know I'm in the red because she told me to go to the red, and I know we had the red before. Right, okay. And like I said, I keep seeing like a sari, or at least, yeah. If it's not sari, it'll be somebody done belly dancing, because it's the belly skirt that you get. You know, the little skirts that you wrap around, and it's got all the little coins in it. And when you go shimmy, 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 you hear all the tingles, because I keep seeing a piece of cloth with loads of like coins on them that would create that tinkly sound. Right. Before I see whether I'm in Facebook world, I want to see if the YouTube world makes sense, because I was given the YouTube imagery. Okay, so T. Smith said, my nan hated her feet and her daughter had to care for her. Okie dokie. T. Smith lived in the Far East. Right, T. Smith, I'm with you then. Oh, spirit's being nice to me tonight. I think that's because I gave some poor unexpected person a reading, a young lady out of blue in Glastonbury. So I think they're being nice. My mother-in-law did live in Pakistan. Right, T. Smith, I'm definitely with you. Thank you so much for feeding back to me. Thank you. And just shows the power of spirit. So thank you very much. Right, okay, because this is what she was just telling me about, but the feet was an issue. But I kept seeing these, like I said, I kept seeing saris, and I kept seeing the red and the gold and the little coins. Okay, her terrible feet, and her daughter looked after it. Okay, thank you very much. Right, okay. Okay, you're going straight there. Right. Tilly Smith, would you understand? Never heard from her. Okay, my lovely. Just be our link in with you. Sometimes what happens with spirits is you might not necessarily be able to take everything that she gives me from an evidential point of view, but you might be able to understand the message. Sometimes it works that way around. Sometimes it's the other way around. Miss or Miss T. Smith, would you understand having to sort out of the cupboards at the moment? Either you or somebody else around you has had conversations about sorting out the cupboards, because I want to sort out the spice rack, I want to sort out the salt and pepper, I want to sort out the condiments, I want to sort out the cookbooks. So I'm not necessarily talking about plates and such like. I want to sort out having a bit of a reorganization. So there's something around the kitchen area and having a reorganization. It feels more present day, but if I've got it wrong and it should be a memory, then please, by all means, if that makes sense that way, then please take it. She tells me that, oh, you're waiting to have your kitchen done. So she's aware of it, because I feel like she likes things like that. Not Phil. She goes, as I went, Phil, she went, no, I like things like that. So she liked that kind of organization. She sort of says, she liked the organization. Okay. And I was asking her, so as I was saying, I was like, so you like that organisation? What else do you like? And she was like the more varied, the better. So she would have been renowned for either coming out right, going, okay, this month we're going to do this dish. And it'd either be that she would always try to bring or introduce new flavours into the home, or always prepare to try a new dish. And she's telling me how somebody else has been a bit like that recently, and it just gives her pleasure just to watch how there has been thoughts or conversations about, or maybe we should try once a week we'll have fish, or once a week we'll do something different. She said to me, it's all about balance as well. She says it wasn't a case that you would have 7 different dishes in a week. Oh, there we go. I love it. You typed it just as I was about to say. She always done different dishes 3 times a week. Yeah, it's like never 7 days, but there'd always be enough to have a variety in there, but you still kept your staples. And you said, that's what I love about Spirit. Thank you, T. Smith, for commenting as well so quickly as well, because it makes mediumship so much easier, especially online. Okay. Somebody's a Leo, because she's talking to me about a lion. So there's significance to a lion, but normally when they give me animals that I can relate to in the zodiac, that means somebody is a Leo. I don't know whether she was a Leo or somebody down here is a Leo, but there's a Leo there. Okay. But as she takes me to the Leo, she then takes me to the Strength card in Tarot, and she says to me, please tell you, T, you are stronger than you think. And you have a lot more power than you realize. So there is this feeling as she's coming through. It's about feeling like either you've lost your power, you don't feel as empowered to make decisions, or you don't feel that you are strong enough to be able to make the harder decisions going through, because it's like, you know what you want to do. She's telling me she sees, she hears, she watches over you and the family, and you know what you want to do, and you know where you want to go, but then there is this fear, am I strong enough to do this? Am I capable enough doing this? And she says, you are strong enough. And it's also saying that you've got the right people behind you to help you follow through with your decisions if they don't turn out exactly as you had hoped or anticipated. So it's to let you know that she sees that there is support around you. Okay, I'm not going to tell her off because T's doing really, really nice. So she went, yeah, Auntie needs to remember this. So it's, and I don't want to be mean to you, but she's not being mean, but it's like, I want you to know that bless you, she's there, she's there, but it's to let you know that there is people around you. You might not necessarily see them, and I don't mean that in the spiritual, you know, when you have some people in your life and they kind of like, they're there, but you don't ever really have that massive or that strong linking connection to, but you know that they are. So although you may say, I only have spirit behind me, there is a feeling that there's somebody around you that would like to reach out to you, to be more of a friend. It can be digital, it doesn't have to be face to face. My best friend, I don't generally see her, but I voice message every day to her. So there is somebody around you that does want to reach out and give you that support. So it's to let you know that you're not having to do everything on your own. There is somebody that is tentatively reaching out for you. She tells me that March is important. That's a birthday, passing anniversary. She tells me that I know I had the month of May is important as well. It's another birthday, passing anniversary. And she tells me October is important. It's a significant month. And she gives me the 18th as well. So there'd be a birthday, passing anniversary in or around the 18th. But she just wants to let you know that she's there. She's supporting you. She's helping you. There is thanks to the family. But my help just wants my help again. Okay. There is somebody, it doesn't necessarily feel like this old friend, but there is definitely, do you know when you, how do I put this? You know when you walk past somebody in the street, or even on here, sptv, and you see that same face every day, or you see that same name every time you come on, and you gain a familiarity with a person, but there is no like obvious, hello, we're best friends. Hello, would you like to be my friend? Which is a lot harder when you're an adult. it's that type of person. Either it's somebody that you see their name regularly on here, or it's somebody like that you bypass, and it's just going to just know that that person wants to reach out. So and it doesn't feel like this old friend, because this person, it feels like they want to have your friendship for a mutual friendship. So I'll just ask you to hold on to it. Like I said, it's that kind of thing that you see each other every so often, you pass each other, you kind of nod. It's like going to a swimming club and you end up sitting next to the same person, everything. After a while, that friendship grows. So I hope that gives you a bit of reassurance. She is just coming to give you that boost and just say there is somebody there that's going to help you, and that you are stronger than you realize, and that there will be help and support to help you through. But yeah, it's just somebody that's like on the cusp of your life, is how they're making me feel. Like they'll come in and they'll give you the help that you want. And yes, you do see her at the corner of your eye. That time you think there's something in your eyelashes, a bit of glitter or something like that. That lovely person, those lovely ladies with you as well. And with that, Tia, I'm going to say thank you very much for allowing me to connect with you. I hope the rest of it makes sense, and good luck. I look forward to hearing how you get on with that person. And yeah, she's another cracking person to communicate with. So thank you very much. Right, we've been chatting along, making connection. We haven't even had a break. So if everybody's quite happy, and Richard, are you happy for me to just continue minus the break? Yep. Yeah, that's my show. Woohoo! I know, lucky, but I actually did another show down in Halstead, but that's another story. Right, let's keep on going. We've got lovely 10 minutes and we've got the lovely spirit people still carrying on. Right, okay, I want to hop over. Okay, I need to hop over to Facebook, and I've just been told the name Patricia. And it is Patricia. It's not Patrick, it's Patricia. So either we have a Patricia here, or we have a Patricia in spirit. But I was, oh, you're very welcome, T. Smith. I'm glad I cheered you up, honey bunny. Keep on smiling, as they say. We've got Patricia is on Facebook. We've got a Patricia on YouTube. Okie dokie. Have we got a Patricia on Facebook? I just wanted Richard to check, because I was in Patricia and then I got shouted at Patricia. Okay, my mum. Right, okay. I know I needed to go. I'm not stepping away and moving over to YouTube again, because I know I was shouted at Patricia and I was shouted at Facebook. And Joanne Prue says my mum's Patricia. Right, okay. So Joanne, I'm going to come and work with you, if that's all right. And then we'll go where we're going. Joanne, would you understand having mum's painting, or having a piece of artwork that mum loved, or whether you've got a piece of painting that you've talked about mum loving? I keep seeing artwork. There was a T at the end of there, Claire, not artwork. I keep seeing artwork with her. So I'm just spiritually gone. Woo! So there's artwork with her. Now, I don't know whether that means you're an artist, whether you've got a piece of her artwork, whether she liked artwork. I don't know. She's talking to me about artwork. So I'm just going to start working with her on that one, and we'll see where we're going. So I've got artwork as well. Okay. I also want to take you to a place that's something on. My dad painted. Okay, thank you. I want to take you something on sea, like I mean, not everybody's Essex, but it's like Brighton on Sea, Frinton on Sea, Southend on Sea. There is a place and a memory of going somewhere regularly on holiday, something called sea, and okay, something on sea. She keeps giving me Brightlingson. See, Brightlingson. I keep hearing bright, but I don't know. I can't. It feels more like a town. Burnham. Well, that would be right, because Burnham on Crouch is where I'd like to go and live. But that's another story as well. Okay, I want to be on the sea. Okay, so Burnham, and it's a B, but it's also, would you understand Brighting? No, it's not Brighting. It's, oh, I'm not going to try and work it. Otherwise, we could be here for the next 10 minutes. Me try. That's it, Natalie. Brightingling Sea. That's it. Thank God for somebody else finding it. I couldn't say it. Thank you, Richard, finding it. And Natalie's found it. I couldn't say it. I kept seeing bright, light, see. And I couldn't get it together. And we we're going to be here all night. And we really don't want that now, do we? We want our mediumship. I don't know whether that would be, I know you said you can take Burnham, fab, but I don't know whether you can take Bright, Lindsay. I'm not going to try and say that again. Okay. Joanne, would you also understand that you've been talking about changing the lighting in home? We're still sticking to lighting. She's given me lighting as well. Either the lights have been flickering or you have been bridleting. I'm not even going to try and change. Bridleting, it's all the same concept to me. It's a word I couldn't say. If it makes sense, please take that, because I know I'm struggling with it, but don't want to work on it too hard. I'm back to lighting though. And I'm back to seeing lamps. So I don't know whether you talked about redecorating because you want to put a bit more light in the house, in your room, like adding a new lamp, or whether the light has been flashing in your home, like the light bulbs going off, because there is this significance there. There's also, I've also got with her, she's making me feel that she had blurry vision, because as she's coming over into my energy, I feel like my face is like kind of going blurry. So she's actually stepping across my energy that way. And I want to recognize that either she had eyesight problems near to the end, or there was something like connected to cataract. I can't speak with her. Right. Would you also understand, because I know when my speech gets really bad, that she also had speech problems. So she either had cataracts, been sorting bedrooms out, okay, that's the lighting. She either had cataracts and was suffering with like glucosamine. I can't really, why are you doing this to me today, my lovely lady? I've got eye problems, cataracts, the glucosemia, I think is what it's called. I do apologize for any of my medical terminology here. And also she struggled with speech near to the end. Either her words got muddled up, or whether she struggled to say her words near to when she passed, because I notice that when my words get really bad, and I get tongue-tied a hell of a lot, that generally though means when working with spirit, there is a significance to her speech before she passed, or he or they passed over. Okay, so yes to glasses, yes to cataract. We've got the bed, sorting out the bedroom. Brilliant. Right, we're ticking this in here. Okay. Somebody isn't eating very well as well, because she's talking to me about having the same dinners over and over and over. Glaucoma. Thank you very much. Brilliant. I'm glad you'll know what I'm talking about, Joanne. She's talking to me about the same dinners over and over and over again, or you're not planning your meals as well. So, or somebody around you is not planning meals so well, and you end up going always to the same staple dinners. Now, what I keep getting is baked beans on toast, because you know what it's like. Baked beans on toast, toast and cheese on toast are the general things that most of us will fall back onto when we've not got organised. So there is this repetitiveness going on around you. So somebody's not eating as well. It may not be you, it might be just somebody around you that she's keeping an eye on them. Okay, give me some names. Right, okay, and then we'll do some months. There's a G name, like a Jerry. You wasn't eating well. Okay, my lovely. A Jerry, and I know that can be G or a J, but I've got like a Jerry. So I'm going to pass that one over to you. There's a Martha, a lady's name that starts with M. It sounds more like Martha. It sounds more like Martha than Mary. So it's a Ma. Can you hear the Ma, Martha? If not, you would refer to her as Ma. Okay, and there is a Rebecca, Becky, Rebecca. Yeah, there's a Becky or a Rebecca around you. There may be names up in the spirit world, there may be names down here. That is something that one day will get figured out, where the spirit keep throwing me loads of things. Also, Gerald, thank you. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much. I've also got tulips from Amsterdam. So either there's been conversations about, either you love tulips, because this can be double meaning, or there's been conversations about going away for a little mini break in Amsterdam, because she's saying to me, look after your pennies and your pounds will look after themselves. So it's a little bit like, save up. If you have been talking about having a break, it doesn't have to be a massively expensive one. Mary's my mum, isn't that? Okay, thank you. Mary's mark. Yeah, I can see where I'm going with that one. With the look after the pennies, the pounds will look after themselves. It's like she wants to see you have this mini break, whether it is to Amsterdam or whether the tulips are just significance for you. But there is like this break, but it's a bit like it doesn't have to cost the earth. And if you just look after, just put a few pennies away. I know pennies is not necessarily terminology, but if you just can put a little bit of money away each month, they will get to a point where you can have a break. She wants you to make sure you're having a break. Okay. And a ladder. I love tulips, always get them. Okay, so the tulips singing, she keeps making me look at my tulip bulbs and she keeps telling me, you need to plant your bulbs, you need to plant your bulbs. So she keeps talking to me about planting my bulbs. She tells me that December is significant. It'll be a birthday, passing anniversary, not Christmas, but December's important for you, Joanne. She tells me that September, so September and December is important. Birthday, passing anniversaries. She also tells me that July is significant. We've got July, September, and December. And she keeps telling me the 11th. So there'd be a birthday, passing anniversary in or around the 11th. Okay. She's also telling me 5's important. So either she's left 5 special people down here, or whether the month of May or the date 5 would be important. But she also has just said, I do show Joanne lots of 555s. December's dad's birthday, Ari, so thank you. She sees you lots of 555. So you might be seeing things like lots of repetitive numbers, 555, or even things like 5 items for £5. That is still a 55 because it's that kind of 555 as well. So it's a lot of protection around you, a lot of love as well as what she's offering you. And there's a lot of pink. And it's just a little bit like Joanne, she's just coming to say hello, give you a bit of a squeeze or hug and a bit of reassurance and a lot of love from her, from the spirit world. And it is just a case of just giving you lots of, just want to wrap you up in a soft pink fluffy blanket. Mum passed in September. Oh, bless you. It's just like she wants to give you a big fluffy pink blanket. And that's what I want to do. I just want to wrap you up in lots of self-love and self-care and love from her. And that's all she really wants to do, is just to let you know that she's wrapping her arms around you, giving you all that love and affection. And I know it's not necessarily the world-shattering message, but there is this significance that actually just need to know that she still loves you to bits. And with that, Joanne, I'm going to say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. Thank you so much for commenting and feeding back. I really do appreciate it. And it does make mediumship so much easier online. Oh, you're very welcome. And remember, for those who didn't receive a message tonight, please know that your loved ones are with you. They're with you at all times, giving you love, comfort, and upliftment. Okay. They're here to give you that support. So even though you didn't receive a message, if at any time anything resonated with you, please take it away with you. We've now come to the end of the show, but you need to remember to like, follow and share SPTV, because you'll get your reminder that tomorrow we've got Ashley Robinson is on with his show. So you need to make sure that you like and follow SPTV so you will get them notifications through. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. I will see you again in a fortnight. If you are bored, not of SPTV, but if you enjoyed my mediumship and you want to, by all means, please come over to my own page, which is Heavenly Sprinkles. Hence the reason why this is called Heavenly Sprinkles, where I do try to go live or at least offer free messages as collective messages or readings. And with that, I shall say have a wonderful week. Take care, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you in a fortnight. Bye.